Well, welcome to Rhino Crash Race. This we've brought to you by the number one broadcaster in esports entertainment, ZMS Esports Studio. My name is Nathan Craig, and I am joined by the Queen of Yorkshire herself, Holly Bergen. Holly, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. It's Sunday evening. I'm quite excited to be watching some racing. However, what time is it for you right now?
It is a tad early here in Melbourne, Australia. It is 4:23 a.m., but I would not be anywhere else. This is going dedication. To be fantastic. This is going to be something that I've not seen before at all on ZWIFT. Now, I've seen this kind of racing, that's no problem, but being able to cover all four categories in the way that we are going to do it is going to be a first.
Quite excited about it. But so this race is a handicap race, am I right?
That's right. So what we've got is four different categories. So we are going to be looking at Sunday. Rhino Racing puts on this premier time-based handicap racing event. Now, in this handicap race, each category is going to start at a different time. So D is going to start first, followed by C, then B, and finally A. The aim is for each category to work together and stay ahead of the chasing category behind them. So whilst at the same time trying to catch the category that's ahead. So the goal being for all of the categories to come together at the end of the race for a sprint finish. So what's the routes that we're on today, Holly?
Well, we've got one lap of Watopia's triple flat loops, which is 30 kilometres, approximately 134 metres of climbing. So not a great deal, but you're going to have to stick together on the climbs to be able to keep the group together. It starts in Fuego Flats start pens, and does have a custom finish. It doesn't do the whole triple flat loops loop. So what bike would you go for today?
Yeah, look, given that this is pretty much flat, so there's a couple of little bumps here and there, but I would be going for a full aero setup on this one. We are talking probably for me, it'd be the Venge, Specialized Venge with the discs, all black, because that's the fastest one for me. But I dare say you'd be going for a blue bike.
I think I'd go Bluetron. Yeah.
Bluetron for this one?
Yeah, because it's all about looking good, isn't it?
It is about looking good, adding a bit of colour, adding a bit of pizzazz to it.
Yeah. So if racers are listening to this and they do have a Tron bike, can you please select blue? You might even get a ride on from me if you
Holly
do.
That's exactly right. It's worth an extra 50 watts. Holly will give you a ride on there in the pens.
Yep.
And if she can't, she'll tell me who to give ride-ons to. So I'm in the pens. I'm in the pens at the moment. So everyone's just doing a bit of pre-race chat there. Oh, there's a new racer in here. This is my first race. Well, this is you've picked a good one to start out on.
Wow.
So in this case, though, I think if we look at this, Holly, this kind of racing is a bit like a TTT. Would you think?
Yes, just like a mass TTT. I love TTTs. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but yeah.
No.
Basically, you've got to... So if you're stronger in your category, do a turn on the pull, help pull everybody else along. But don't sprint off the front, because it is a group effort. You have to work together with your category to get the fastest time. So if you're sprinting off the front, you're no help to anybody. Same in the TTT. So you do a pull, drift to the back. If you're feeling strong again, go do a pull. If you're not feeling strong, if you're having a recovery ride or a bad day or something, just draft, because you're going to help the rest of your category to go faster along the route.
That's right. So it's unlike regular scratch racing where you sort of want to try and minimize the effort that you're putting into this. In this case, you've got to take a turn on the front. You've got to do some work, put some effort in, and that's the only way that your category, your group's going to try and stay ahead of the categories that are chasing, as well as trying to catch the categories that are in front of you up the road. So it is like, as you say, it's like a really big TTT, and the groups or the categories that work together best are the ones that win. Absolutely, so I was looking at the list, and we've got a couple of recognised riders in here. We've got, and this is in A. I did have a look through the different categories. no one else really jumped out at me just yet, but that was a few hours ago. So there might be some new riders that have jumped into the pens. But we've got Josh Tonka, Henry Lai, and Sam Atkinson, who are all regulars in Zwift Insider's Tiny Race series that we've covered each week.
Yes, and I think Sam Atkinson came 6th or 7th in yesterday's Tiny Races. So he's got to be feeling it in his legs, right?
Well, maybe. I mean, it was, a good sort of 12 hours ago. So I think he may have recovered. But certainly there are some strong riders in that A group. So the B group better be on their toes and watch out, because I think it's going to be a tough one today.
Yeah.
So
I'm quite excited to watch it, really. Yeah,
no, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be really good fun. Just looking at the... I'll just kick my camera again. Sorry for that.
Are you new here?
My legs are so long. Hey, Niall, how are you in the chat there? So we've got a few people already in the chat, all waiting eagerly. Gordon's going to be on the Venge there. So, we've got Gordon is in the chat, but also racing. Niall's there. Philip's there as well. Oh, he's saying that he loves the flag. Yeah, Niall's there. Philip's saying he loves the flag behind you, Holly.
Thank you. So Yorkshire flag, what's that flag? It's just baiting me. So Yorkshire flag, it's like the best flag in the world. So that is my background. Who needs a green screen when you've got a Yorkshire flag? I do have to clear the side though of all my stuff that I put on there.
You've usually got a whole bag of things on the back there behind you, but no, it's looking very, very schmick.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've just dumped it all on the floor.
So just looking through the pens at the moment as we skip through, I just saw that we had 51 in the C pen, which is great. We've got 31 in D. So that's going to really help. The more people in the pens, the more people in the categories, the better it's going to be. They can all take a short pull in the front, then slink to the back and recover.
It's great to see Cat D with such a huge group. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So they've got to start steady out the pen. Yeah, they've got to start steady out the pens, not to drop anyone off the back.
Keep it nice and consistent. Group up quickly.
Yeah, I am liking the jerseys.
Start working together. I've just noticed that. Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a custom jersey, or I've not seen that one before? Not that I've seen all the jerseys, but
I have not seen that either. I think D need to those two off the front. They need to get back because they're stringing their group out.
Yeah. There might be a couple of strong riders there, but I think the group will come back together. And we can see down the bottom of our screens now, we've got the countdowns for each of the other categories. So 4 minutes before Cat C leave, then 7 minutes, then 9 minutes for Cat A. So this is going to get exciting. But looking down that list there, we've got a few riders, pushing on the front. Hurst, Williams, Als, Koziak. So, they're all going to have to work together. Hopefully they'll group up pretty shortly. And this is the task of the ride leader as well, because every category is going to have a ride leader. Hopefully they are going to be able to marshal the team and the group to start working together. But Hurst and those 3 or 4 riders at the front, they want to get back into that group. They're going to be wasting a bit of energy, I think, for the rest of the group. There's a couple of stragglers at the back.
I do know that if you ever, for people listening that want to join this race for next week, there is a Discord voice chat, which if you go on Zwift Companion and find the event 7:30 Yorkshire time, because there are no other time zones on a Sunday, if you click on the Companion app, you will find the link to their Discord voice. So being on voice on a race like this is super good, because you can just instantly tell people, like, get back here, get off the front, rejoin the group, push from the back, steady up this climb, all the things. So definitely go join the voice. And that really helps, doesn't it? Yeah, they've regrouped, so they're obviously they must be on voice.
They've got to be, yep. So they're pulled together nicely, and hopefully what we're going to start seeing here are the racers taking turns in the front, putting in some effort, then sort of dropping back a little bit, then coming back to the front again, and keeping that speed up. At the moment, they're doing quite well at 39 k's an hour on the flats, doing really well.
We have got somebody just slightly off the front. He just needs to ease up a little bit so that other riders can benefit from their draft. So how this works for those listening is, so you'll see Cat D leaving, and you'll see the countdowns for the other categories. So Cat C leaving 2 minutes. So basically, Cat D have a 5-minute head start.
Correct.
Was it 5 minutes? Was 5 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. We had it on the screen before. People should be taking notes.
Yeah. If you're not taking notes, then you're
not
sort
serious.
it out. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
But so the time difference between when D leave and when A get out in the road is about 10 minutes. Well, it's not about 10 minutes. It is 10 minutes. So it is a bit of a handicap. I took that note only because Niall said it in the chat as well. He was questioning how long the times were. So certainly it does give D and C a chance to really get up the road as quick as they can before the other ones hit the road. So certainly going to be a lot of excitement, some fireworks when C get out there, which is only in about 1 minute's time. Andre's there. Hey, Andre. Bren. Hey, Bren. Paul Southworth. So, Paul, the jerseys are standard for the chase race and Zwift, but I've just not seen this D yellow-black chase jersey, so I was a little bit unfamiliar with this one.
Yeah, I've not seen these ones before.
Yeah. And I noticed I'm looking at the C pen, and so the C pen are blue with C on the back, so it's going to make it really easy to see them stand out.
This is great, though.
Cycling.
Yeah.
So, this is really good. Yep.
I'm loving the average speeds as well. So we've got Cat C leaving in about 20 seconds out the pen. So it'll be interesting to see how fast they group up. Yep. And not have to... Andre says blue must be Holly's favourite cat. Cat C. Cat C is my favourite cat, actually. I am loving life in Cat C, I gotta say. Piece of cake.
All right. Cake. So, Cat C is leaving the pen now. It's a big group, though. That's gonna really help them. I think they've got over 50. It could actually be close to 60. 60 riders in this front group.
That is incredible. So if you're racing this Cat C race right now, you need to be just drafting the wheels, staying in the pack. If you're towards the back, just push up just a little bit. It's flat.
Yep.
You'll get heaps
Group up
of
as much as you can.
Yeah. Just hold on.
So I'm just making my way to the front of the group here with my microphone.
Yeah. Are they able to talk to you? If they're able to talk, I'm sorry, but they're not pedaling hard enough, are they?
They are all chatting away. So I'm just looking at Rudd and who else is there? Flaherty, Buck, Wellings. Looking down the list there, Gabrielle Daviet from Rhino. There's a lot of Rhino. Well, not unsurprisingly, there are a lot of Rhino people in here, but a lot of Rhino people in here. So it's going to be pretty epic. So, we've already passing. Oh, yeah, no, that was one of the streamers. UT, Van Tessel. Not too many blue trons there, Holly, I don't think. I don't know if they caught your message.
No, well, I was told it's supposed to be purple for Rhino, because that must be their colour. So
Gotcha.
And I should know that because I'm in their Discord. I'm in everybody's Discord. But
I think you're the person that's in the most Discord servers.
I think
there's a way to keep your finger on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just like talking to everybody, and they're like, "Oh God, Holly's here again."
Holly's back again.
Yeah, the blue trons though, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm seeing lots of orange trons. Just watching a couple of people towards the back. Shout out to Lowry and Ginnell from Ireland, racing on a Sunday evening. Nice job. USA, is it? Oh, it'll be their lunchtime, won't it? Yeah.
Well, I actually saw a couple of Australian flags flash up. So, that's a great effort. If you're getting up at 4 a.m. to do a race,
wow.
Hat off to you. That's pretty incredible.
It's incredible that you're getting up at 4 a.m. Well, 3:30 or whatever time you got up to talk about
to get on this.
Racing.
Well, Certainly
Yeah.
super excited about this one because this is something, the format that ZMS Esports Studio have put together to cover this is incredible. It really is going to be a fantastic one to watch. And having the cats and the times on the screens is really going to be interesting. And we can see there that the average speed at the moment is about 46 k's an hour. So certainly the C guys are faster than D, but they have a while to go before they catch up. And I think B is just leaving the pen now as well. So we'll see them come out in the road very shortly. Here they are. Again, good numbers
Huge
there. They're going to
group.
be, that's going to be hard to stay in front of. The B graders you'll be riding hard together, and they are really going to want to chase those C grades down. Okay, so naturally the group's going to stretch out just a bit as everyone gets out of the pen, but then we should see them bunching back up, getting that nice blob happening, and working together pretty quickly. So,
Yeah.
Bren, we should see some time gaps pretty shortly out on the roads, hopefully.
I'm liking the fact
yeah.
that these B group, this Cat B category, have grouped together pretty fast out the pen. I don't know if they actually dropped anyone off the back, but that is a huge group. Just looking at the back, it doesn't seem to. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty much together.
Yep, they're all pushing up.
Yeah, liking it. Putting some huge watts down as well at the front. 3.7 above 4 watts per kilo too.
Yeah, well, you're going to expect that, I think, with these B graders. They're going to certainly want to hit that pen, hit out of the pen really fast, get that power up, get that speed up as quick as they can, and then settle into a good pace. Okay, so this is going to be good. Hopefully we'll get some distances, but that's the trick with ZWIFT and with these handicap races, which is getting all the information and time gaps isn't something that's native to ZWIFT, and we've had to build on a couple of other things to try and get that information. So we'll see if we can get some gaps and some times as we head into this race. So A is about to leave the pen as well, and we'll see them hitting the road very shortly. There they are, and it's a good representation for A too. Typically, you tend to find that the A group is a bit lighter in terms of how many numbers, but there's got to be a good 25, 30 riders in there. What do you think, Holly?
That's a huge number of Cat A's because, like you say,
40.
it is, because
Yep.
a lot of Cat A's got, with the recategorization, they got recategorized into Cat B. So that's a huge number. I'm really impressed with the amount of. I can see Tonka there who did the tiny races.
Yep.
Right. So here we go with the average speeds. So, Cat B and Cat C are doing quite similar, 48 kph.
Yep.
That's
So D is sitting at 39, and that's the reason for the different times that they've left the pen. So they're going to give D a chance to get up the road as far as they can before they start getting roped in. But you're right, Holly. C and B at 48, 49 k's an hour. And we're seeing A get up to speed now, 45, 46 k's an hour. So it's going to be great to see them. And also having the maps on the screen there, you get a sense of where they are on the course. So
I'm loving
it's
those
going to be
maps.
Fantastic.
That is really good. I don't know how Damon does it from ZMS Esports Studio, but I mean, as we all know, I can't even work a volume button. So this is, just show up and talk.
But you can race though, so that's the important thing.
Well, I can race. Sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. Yeah.
You do okay.
There we are. That's
it.
How it goes. Yep.
All right. So, we can see that A is up to 48, 49 k's an hour, and we're going to see them sitting around that speed. But B is, look at that pace line that's happening there with B, and rolling through the front there. A little bit of a group just off the front, but I don't think that's too much to worry about. We've got one of the riders trying to bridge across now. Another rider's hit their draft boost power up just to get back on again. But they are on a mission. And looking across to see there, it looks as if we're just watching that one rider off the front putting in a big turn.
Yeah, they've bridged it though, so that's good. So whoever that rider is has probably realised they need to up and let them catch because that's what you do. So which is in with category D at the moment, who are at 7.8 kilometers. They are hitting some speeds, 37 kph. That isn't anything to be sniffed at. That is going some for Cat D riders.
They're not mucking around.
No, probably at 2.5 kilometers ahead of Cat C. So they've got a pretty good gap. And also, they are working really well together, unlike Cat C, who have, it looks like they've kind of split into two. So those back people in Cat C might have to do a bit of chasing, regroup. Oh, it's exciting.
Get back on again.
Yeah.
And it's important, even if you're new to this kind of racing and you're not too sure what's going on, even if you're staying in the group, you're going to add to that overall draft effect to help the other riders. So you may not want to take a turn on the front, you may not be able to take a turn on the front, but if you stay in the group, it's really going to help the group overall. So looking at that.
Bren's just said there's a good argument for the Cat B group to let the Cat A's catch them and form a bigger group to go faster. Well,
and that does tend to happen. Yeah.
If Cat A and Cat B merge together before B and C merge, that can change the race completely. Yeah. But you've got to be a pretty fast B to stay on the wheels of Cat A. You've got to be strong. It'd be interesting.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, it's definitely a test of the legs.
Certainly, as you get further into the race and the legs start to get a bit tired, to have a fast B group or C group come past you does make it difficult. And that's where the savvy racer, the ones that have a power up, maybe are going to hold it. And so when the other group does come past, you might fire your aero, you might fire your draft boost and jump onto that group and hold on for as long as you can. Now, I know, having done a similar handicap race here in Australia, which is the Chop by AHDR, that's exactly what tends to happen. So if you can see a group coming up behind you, you hang on to your power-ups and then fire them as they come past, jump on the back and hold on for dear life.
Yes. And it's great. It's a great training. It's awesome training, because you can think, when the A's catch or the B's catch or the C's catch, if you can hold on for a kilometre and then the next week try and hold on for 2 kilometres, you just keep getting better, and it's such a sense of achievement as well. And then one day you might make it to the finish and then get upgraded and then start all over again and just keep going. Yeah.
That's exactly what happens with our race. The Chop is known for upgrading people, especially if you're sort of towards the top of your category. This is the kind of race that can push you over. And we can see D there is just on the mini map below, coming past the big roundabout. They're going to be heading up this little climb before they turn left and get a bit of a downhill recovery session. But coming up this little climb here, this is going to be interesting now, Holly. They're going to have to work together. I think you were saying earlier, that's where the communication comes in handy. Telling everyone to stick together. If you got a stronger rider on the front, maybe not go as hard, because the group does get faster the more people that are in it. They get strung out and broken up, then it's much harder to maintain that average speed.
Yeah, and it's quite a draggy climb, this one. You have got recovery afterwards, because like you say, you turn left and go down. But this is not an easy climb, especially for Cat D, because you've got such a range of abilities. Because obviously you've got the people who are such a range of abilities. So we can see, it's already getting gapped.
Well, Dalrymple there is starting to fall off the back.
Come on, Dalrymple. Push a little bit. You've got this.
That's going to be a challenge. But just watching Williams as well. Yeah, so we can see that group is starting to string out. And if you notice that the mini map down the bottom right-hand corner, that blob of yellow is starting to string out. So this is going to be a challenge for a couple of these riders off the back to keep that power up as they go over and come down again to stay with the group. So
Cat C are they're just coming to the end of the desert, aren't they? So they're about 2 kilometers behind Cat D. So it'd be interesting to see the speed that they go up the climb out of the desert too.
Yes.
See if they can put some time into Cat D.
D has sort of dropped down now to about 31 k's an hour. So just over that climb, and they're just turning left now. So they're going to start to pick up that speed again. But Yeah, C is going to have to work pretty hard, I think, to make sure they carry through as much speed as they can, stay on top of it, and push over. But and that will be the exact same thing that B is thinking too. They want to stay together as well and work together as a group. But I think overall, D has done a pretty good job. They've reasonably well hung together. There's a couple that have been dropped off, unfortunately, but I think as a group, they're hanging together.
Yeah, if you are one of those riders, a good job that's pushed and then, dropped at that climb. That was good job. You're going to come back next week and see if you can hang on a little bit longer because you'll keep getting stronger.
Yep. And you're right though. Those ones that have come off the back, and I've seen this happen time and time again. The ones that have come off the back, they hopefully can jump into the C guys as they come past, and quite often they will then rejoin the D as C come through. So it is quite possible for them to get back in again.
Yes, especially if they catch each other on the downhill, they can draft. Yeah, so we're just in with the Cat A's at the moment. Yes, Cat A's are red.
Yep.
So I think they are just catching up with. I mean, there is a red A on the screen, but I don't know.
I mean, it does have A on their back as well. I
know. Yeah. So they're at 48 kph, which is the same speed as Cat B.
Yes.
Just in with McKay from Rhino there. He was pushing up the back, and they've caught the stragglers from Cat B. So it'd be interesting to see if the Cat B somehow managed to. Yeah. That's interesting.
They can jump into the group. Yeah, there's a couple of green kit tops there I can see.
Yes.
Just coming through the middle of the pack.
Yeah, so if you are a category rider and you have fallen off the back and you think, oh, actually, I just fell off and I didn't, still feeling strong, it's easier to wait up for the next category and just draft them and get carried back.
Yes.
That's what I would do anyways.
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
So, and just looking through, we had Arnfred there, Sinning. Who else we got? Oh, Henry's there. Hi, Henry. Good to see him in the mix. From A, Gustafsson, he's there. Oh, it's Southworth as well. Is that the same Southworth, Paul Southworth, that's in the chat? So he's in the chat and he's racing.
Do a pull, honestly. If you're chatting and you're...
and racing, that's impressive. Well done.
To be able to type. Are you pedaling hard enough?
All right, so we can see that average speed now of D has come back up to 40 k's now. In actual fact, I think that might have been a bit faster than they were before they hit that climb. So it looks like they're really working hard now to stay ahead. And they're still, what are we looking at? They're looking just over 2.5 k's between D and C. And C is just crested over that little climb. They'll be on the down now, so we can see that average speed start to pick up, 44, 45, 46 k's an hour. And B is just passing the roundabout, so they'll be hitting that climb ever so quickly. And then A just behind them.
You can just see C, category C, on the mini-maps at the bottom. They've got a few off the back, so that group is going to have to work together to regroup because you can see the dots over the line. But they are on the downhill, so maybe it's... maybe they'll regroup at the bottom. But again, if you are racing this, get on the Rhino server Discord chat because I'm sure it's a lot of fun, I guess. I don't know, I'm not on it.
I always have a hard time trying to organise my time between chatting and talking and breathing. So I've really got to consider what I'm saying. And it tends to be like one or two words. That's about it. Especially when you're in the under the pump on the red. Oh,
if you're giving it your all. I'm not in the race.
Well, there's another Southworth I saw flash up on the screen. Come on, Paul, you could have played into it and said, "Oh yeah, no, this is great. I'm working hard at the front. I'm chatting to you guys,
typing away."
All right, so we can see the green. The green's really starting to stretch out now, and I'm a bit worried that might force some breaks in the group. But there's a couple of C-grade riders in this mix as well. We're just seeing one in the Pinktron pass through. Yeah, there's a couple of more that have I'm sure they're biting the bar tape as they came over that climb because that was super spicy.
Yes, there's going to be some chasing. I can see Great What's 4.3 at the back to try and chase back on this group. Great work, guys, because that's
they're really pumping it now.
They are shifting some.
That's right. They all want a piece of the action at 59 k's now on this short descent.
Hitting their draft power-ups.
I'd be doing the same thing, I think.
Yeah.
I know I'd be doing the same thing. I wouldn't be hanging with these guys for too long.
So the Cat A's must be on a climb because I see some feathers. That's a good indication that they're on a climb.
And it is short too. Like it's not that long, but it's perfect for the featherweight power up.
So they're on the climb out the desert. Is that the climb that they're on? Yes, okay.
That's right. And so it's the very start of the Titans Grove climb, but they turn left as a bypass back down to Watopia.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can see some of the colours on the Cat A mini-map. So hopefully they've just caught on and they can draft the Cat A's to go down that hill. So good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to those drafting the Cat A's because that is hard going. Yeah. So we're in with Cat D's at the moment. They're at 15.2 kilometres. So they're halfway through this course. Do you think they can hold it?
They're doing really well because I'm not seeing that gap close very much. It's still about 2 kilometres between D and C. So they're certainly working well together. I can say that much. Hopefully they can keep it up. But as we know, the longer the race is, the harder it becomes at the end.
I think Gordon Sloan, shout out to him because I can see him in Cat D. Pretty sure he's on Discord. He'll be keeping everyone in check, I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Making them work and telling them
cracking
to push
the whip
up and whatnot. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We've got a couple of stragglers at the back there. Come on, guys. You've got to push up now.
Nice little a slight downhill here, so hopefully they can get back on. But you're right. If you're new to this kind of racing, you got to know the map. You got to know the route. Look for those downhills. Look to know where you can recover and get back in the group, which is, I think, exactly what's happened there.
Yeah.
So just
look
watching,
at that. Look how fast they regrouped.
And still good numbers too. I mean, I'm looking at this, and I think there's got to be at least a good 20 or so in this D group.
Yeah.
So we'll see those numbers change. But yeah, that's still a great group to be halfway through the race with.
Yeah, so they've just got another power up going through that arch as well, so that'll give them some recovery. So we're in with Cat C at the moment. They're about to hit. Oh, I like this little climb out the tunnel. It's about 20 to 30 seconds. Yeah, well, it's shorter if you pedal faster, obviously. Follow me for more tips. But you have to give it some. What's the word? Oomph.
Yeah, you got to give it a little bit of curry. Yep.
Yeah.
You will.
It's a bit of a.
You'll get the drafting effect, but you've got to get out of the saddle a little bit, push a bit harder. Yes,
it's worth it because you can make up time, and then it does go slightly downhill round about now, like -2, I think, something like that. So you've got a bit of recovery, and great. I can't see. Good job keeping together up that climb.
Just watching Wilson there. Yeah, and I just saw in the top right hand corner 92. So I think there's quite the number that have joined this, and clearly because we've been covering it, so we've been putting this out there. So hopefully everyone wants to get a bit of camera time for their sponsors. Get in front.
Yep, all for the sponsors. Yep, we are open to sponsors, by the way. I particularly like Yorkshire Tea and Bailey's. Just throwing that out there, in case anybody happens to work for Bailey's. Thanks very much.
Yep, and they can strike a deal. You'll be all over that, will you?
Oh yeah. And I'll be Chief Bailey's tester. I don't mind.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Director of Bailey's consumption. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
yeah. Oh, Cat B. Here we go. The same
B
climb.
Coming out of the underwater tunnel.
So they're less than a kilometre from Cat C. So if
from
they
Cat
give
C.
it some oomph, they need to give it some oomph up here to be able to close that gap. So what have we got? 900 meters.
About 800. Yeah.
It's closing.
800 meters. Yep, it is.
Ooh.
And the same with C and D too. Now that gap is reduced down to about 1.5 kilometers.
Yeah, Cat D still putting in the effort though. I'm really impressed. But
And then, of course, we've got that gap between A and B is reducing as well. That's down to 1 kilometre too.
yeah. So
yeah, they could be coming together pretty quickly.
Which group do you think is going to catch the other group first? Like A's catch B's, or
I think B's going to get C first.
Yeah,
and
so
if that happens, that's going to be a hard group for A to catch, because they'll hoover up D as they come steamrolling through, and that's going to be a difficult group. But it's all a question of whether C can stay ahead. But if A do get onto B, then it'll be game over for C and D.
This will be interesting for Cat A's coming out of the tunnel, because if you look at Hurus, not sure how you pronounce your name, Hurus, really, so if that's pronounced. And we've got Mbuto as well in Cat A.
Oh, okay.
He's also in tiny races.
Joseph Mbuto's there?
Yeah. We're just in with him now, unless it's a different Mbuto.
Oh, you'd have to say wouldn't be too many Mbutos.
Surely he's unique, because his watts are crazy fast. He was pulling up that, great pull. So they're really pulling
at like 8 watts per kilo.
Yeah. But I can tell that, like, when you're doing a pull on the front, they're not sprinting off the front. They're just making it so the others have to chase and increase the speed, which is impressive.
And that's the trick here, isn't it? You're right. You can't surge too much that it forces gaps between the riders. You just got to put the power on consistently and be steady with it, so that the other riders have a chance to jump on your wheel as you come through and maintain that draft effect.
Yeah, just like in a TTT.
Correct, absolutely. and that's where the savvy riders, the more experienced riders, are going to be slightly better at this. And whilst D has got some great numbers, perhaps the inexperience of some of the riders being their first race is probably going to show through towards the end here. So who do you think is going to catch, Holly?
I'm just looking, actually, because the gap between B and C is about 500 metres, and soon B are going to be able to see C on the road, and that's going to make them... they're going to be hunting down.
It's going to be a lot of motivation then.
Yeah, and the gap between A and B is about 1 kilometre, B and C about 500 metres, and C and D 1.5 kilometres. Yeah, so I think B are possibly going to catch C, unless Cat A give it more oomph than Cat B.
Get the lead out, give it some curry. They're doing okay with the speed there at 47.7 k's an hour. They're really clocking along. That's they're not joking.
No,
but as you say, though,
there's
about 900 meters between A and B, and we're looking at about 400 meters between B and C. So you're right. I think B is going to catch C, and that's going to make it really hard.
They're going to have to watch it through here, because it is so easy to lose the wheels. So they've not got to pull too hard on the front to gap the whole group, but they've got to pull hard to keep the momentum going. So,
that's it, to keep that speed up through these rollers. And you're right, this is for tired riders. This is where, if you're not paying attention, you can just fall off the back, and all of a sudden you're sort of out there by yourself. But it looks like B's doing a pretty good job there. I'm just looking at the mini map in the top right hand corner, and it looks as if they're sort of sticking there. There's a few stragglers at the back, but I think overall they're going to come out of these rollers pretty much intact. Now we can see a couple of C grade riders still in with this group, so their speed will be their average speed will be certainly clocking up, and they'll be getting a nice little kick along to hopefully get back in with the main C group if they can hang on that long. Yeah, so just firing some of the draft burst and feathers as they come over this long, draggy little pinch down to JWB Sprint, the bridge segment there.
Yes. I was going to say I quite like the sprint, but I don't.
There's no sprinting in this one.
No, the segments are not in play. No. So,
But coming through the bridge segment here, though, there we go. Just watching a few of the riders. Lewis, Stewart there in the front, Fogel.
yeah, I did see Will
All
Miller doing a
doing-
pull earlier. Wanted to give
Okay.
a shout out to him. He was doing
Well
quite a good pull here. Yeah. So Cat C are just coming down the Dirty Suppressor. So am I right in thinking that the Dirty Suppressor, the rolling resistance on that is still
Slightly reduced.
Yeah, I think I'm right. Yeah. So if they push a bit harder, they can gain some time on that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's where that experience comes in too as well. So you see they're clocking through some of the D-grade riders now, and hopefully those D-grade riders can, if they've got a power up in their back pocket, they're going to fire that, jump on the back of C's and try and get a bit of a coast along. But certainly the more experienced riders, as you say, Holly, are going to know to push down that dirt section there to keep that speed up. And that's what we're seeing with C. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's what we're seeing with C. So now we're looking at the gaps there. Yeah, that gap between B and C is still holding steady at about 600 meters.
Yes. They are hoovering up some Cat C's though. The main group Cat C is still 500, 600 meters ahead, but Cat B are hoovering up the Cat C's that have dropped off. Now Cat D, this will be interesting because they are just coming up. I don't know what you call this climb. I'm going to have to make up a name for it. The climb up to the volcano, bit of a U-turn. It kicks, it goes flat, and then it kicks up again. It's going to be quite interesting. So we're just in with Gordon here. So Ryan Cole, epic dude. Gordon is defo racing, typing and discording. Oh my god!
God, all at once.
Gordon.
Wow,
that's
impressive.
Incredible. Wow. That's
doing a sensational job there. Thanks for that update, Ryan. That was good.
1 min B to C,
But just looking at D now, coming into the volcano. Koziak, Rickenberg, Ema.
Yeah, Gower putting down his fire socks. You could use fire socks in this race because it's fine. In TTTs and chase races, do not use fire socks in things that are when you don't want to give your game away.
Such as scratch races and points races.
Yeah.
All right.
Because people hit it, and then so we're just watching Cat C now come up to the same climb,
the same segment, and they're still look, they've gapped back out to about 900 meters. They were close. They were 400 and 500 meters, but now it looks as if D's still doing a great job, but certainly C is I think they know they're just up the road. So this will be interesting to see how much of a time gap or a time reduction they can put into this climb, because this is where they can really make up some ground.
Yeah, I can see Norlander from Team Owl in there as well. Didn't realise he was racing this. He's really strong C. So I hope you're doing some pulls. Oh, we're hitting the feathers now. Right, you've got to kick it out the saddle. Oh, over 6 watts per kilo. That's what we want to see. Cat C. This is
we want to see some
pain.
Pain faces. That's what we want to.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it.
B's about to hit the same segment there. So they've come back again a little bit. So they're looking at about 400 to 500 meters just behind C. And it looks like A is still about just under a kilometer behind B. So the group still look good, though. There's still some good numbers here. They haven't disintegrated too much yet.
Here they are. All feathers, hitting the feathers. They've got to really kick. Give us orange numbers there. It's not often you see orange numbers. Here we go with Cat A. Are they catching Cat? Oh, no, they're...
No, I think it's just some of the back markers.
Yeah. So if you're Cat C and Cat B right now, you could... If you
could jump onto the A's,
Yeah, test yourself. See how long you can hold on to them for, because you don't know unless you try.
Give it a shot. But it is going to be a trick, though, because I can certainly... I just can feel the pain in some of those legs, knowing that if you try and jump on with the A's now and you're about to hit this climb, it's not. You're not going to have a good time.
Yeah, I saw Listic in there too. He was at Tiny Races.
Oh, okay.
Just like that was they are strong guys. Yeah. So
it's a small community.
It is a small community. Yeah, ZWIFT is an amazing community. It's exciting because I'm watching the time gap and I'm watching the kilometre gaps, and I'm not actually sure who's going to catch who now.
Yeah, do you think D can stay away?
Maybe, because they're at 23.6 kilometres, and they are still, look on the minimap at the bottom, they are still
they're
a good size
they're maintaining the distance, aren't they? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was expecting through the volcano that C might have gotten B, but yeah, they've pushed that gap out to about 900 metres now, 800 metres. Whereas, and with B as well, B is still, 800 metres behind. Oh, no,
they are working well together. Bobby Gordon cracking his whip.
300 metres.
Yeah.
So just looking at the map there, in actual fact, I think in the B grade map, you can see the C graders just up ahead. So only 300 metres of a gap now, 300 metres of distance between B and C. I think they are going to catch them pretty quickly.
Yeah, they'll be able to see them up the road soon. So we're just in with Cat B now. If you look on the mini-map at the bottom, you'll be able to see them. So we're just in with Cat C. So with the rear camera angle. These camera angles are so good. We'll be able to see Cat B coming up the road. We just need a straight bit of road.
Well, I can see there the distance. So there's 34 riders in C. There are 38 riders in B. And there's a 23-second gap between them.
Wow.
So we're going to watch that reduce. Yep. And there's between C and D, there is a 1 minute and 10-second gap.
Nice.
So this is going to really come down to the line. Can C hold on? Can B stay out in front? They might take the win on this.
Cat D have just over 5 kilometres to go. I would love Cat D to win because it is hard racing in Cat D, whether you're in Cat D because you're recovering, you're just a Cat D rider. It's not always, it's not easy. But Cat B are putting a heck of a chase now. They are hunting.
They can see them.
Yeah, they are hunting the
They
Cat
can see them.
C's down.
18 seconds now, the gap between C and D. Ooh. 17 seconds.
Cat C and B merge. That's going to be something.
That's going to be a quick group.
Yeah, Will Miller putting in 5 watts per kilo. Stewart.
Yep, Stewart as well. There's a couple of Stewarts there. Miller, Lewis, Fred,
There's
Green.
3 Stewarts. Is it like you've got to have your name as Stewart for Cat B? There's 3 of them.
That's one of the qualifications.
Yeah, you can only join if your name's Stewart.
Okay, so there's only
BSC Multisport. Oh, Jay Nuga, he was doing a bit of a pull on the front there as well.
Harrison as well. They know that the C group is just at the road, and that gap has reduced now to 15 seconds.
Yeah, so we've just gone past
C
the colour.
Too.
Yeah, they do. They will know it. I hope everybody's on voice saying push or whatever they're saying, out of breath. Stewart's on the front again, kicking it some. Orange numbers.
Pumping this now. Orange numbers.
Look at that.
They can smell them. And looking at that mini map and the B group, you can see just how close they are now.
Yeah, look, they can see
just
right
up the
there.
road.
What is that? 100 metres.
Yep.
Stewart's on
They're
with
locked
it.
in.
He is like, I am getting them.
This is ours. So it is down now to 5 seconds between C and D. Yep.
They're both on the sprint now. Let's see if Stewart can
look at
catch.
this.
He's putting out orange numbers.
Yeah,
Aero.
He's really pushing hard.
Wow.
Perfect timing with the aero too, because you'll go through that banner and you'll pick up another power up.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's going to be the power up he needs for the end of the race. But Stewart here, looking at this, he could be the one to take this race out. If he can get in with C and keep pushing, he'll get a bit of a recovery when he hits this group.
That is
just as he comes through the draft.
There is. You can see him coming up behind. Cat C have hit their areas though. They are not letting him catch easily.
No, they're fighting right until the end.
Wow, they are not giving up. So they're on the cobbled bit now, so the rolling resistance will be reduced slightly.
A little bit, yep.
Yeah, I think Stuart has just got onto the back of the wheel, I think.
Yep, I think so. We'll see him coming through there. There he is in the... Was it the green cap? There he is.
Yes, there he is. He's got a bit of draft now, but this hill's going to be a bit brutal. Oh, hitting 6 watts per kilo though. There's no bother for Stuart.
Just breezing through it as he recovers at 6 watts per kilo.
Yeah.
Now the time difference
Sunday
between
stroll.
D and Seed is now down to 48 seconds. So they've got, what are we looking at? We've got maybe 3 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers to go. And the gap is 47 seconds. So it is going to be tough. Now, there are only 13 riders in D. So that number's been shredding down as they've been coming through these little punchy bits of the road. But the group now for D and C have joined together. That's now 63 riders.
Yeah. A are going to have to punch it some. Oh, they are as well. Feathers galore. Orange numbers. Lysic's hitting the... Yeah, look at that. 7.8 watts per kilo.
Yeah.
Good going on. I'm liking the squirrel hat from H. Lee Zwift
From
fighter.
Henry there. Yep.
Is it Henry? Yeah.
Yep. We've discussed this. I think the squirrel hat does give you 10 extra watts.
It definitely does. Yeah. It does because I say so.
Well, it's the ears. The ears help with some just cutting through the air. That's exactly right. You don't make it up.
Yeah, it makes you more stable as well because, like, you're cutting through the air, and you're going around the corners and things. It's like a rudder, and in the water. It's the same thing. Obviously. Yeah. So we're in with Cat C and B now. They are
okay. So it's now 40 seconds between D out in front and Cat C/B. So this will be the trick now for a lot of those C grade riders, which is to sit in with the Bs, try and reserve as much power as you can because you know that the end is coming up and that sprint is going to be extra spicy with a little bit of hot sauce on the side.
Less than 2Ks to go for Cat D, and they are about 400 meters ahead. Do you think they can hold that? That is some... Oh, it's going to be touch and go. Stuart, is he at...
He is on a mission, isn't he?
He's like, I'm off. See ya. I'm going for the win here. We've got Will Miller, crazy strong. He's drafting. Yeah, look at that. Oh, swamped.
We've got the other Stuart. Miller there. Okay, so just looking at the D, that D group is shredded down now. It's a small group. There'll be some tired, complaining legs in that group, I bet.
Yeah, the goer from Rhino. If they'd have had Bluetrons, they'd have been faster. But if you're looking behind, you can't actually see the other categories yet. So they have got a chance at and
it's only a kilometre to go too, and they're still maintaining a 42-second gap.
Impressive. Do you think? I don't think they're going to get caught, Cat D. That is so.
I think D might have this.
Yeah, they've got just over a kilometre. So we're at Cat A. They're at 28.1. They're 600 meters between Cat B and C, who have now merged. Mm-hmm. Do you think Cat A are gonna? Yeah, I don't know if Cat A are actually going to catch the Cat B C group.
Yeah, that BC group is quite big now. And we can see a bit of power off the front there. All right, so...
hitting orange numbers. And Ryan Cole... Ryan Cole is racing.
Steer back over. If you've got steering, get back into that group because he won't be having any draft effect at all with that power up.
Yeah. J. Cole, by the way. Lawrence Lawrence from Snow, he's hitting orange numbers too. They are giving it some. So we've got 400 meters to go for Cat D.
I think they've got this. Ryan's saying that they might have it actually.
Yeah.
Getting some early news. They might have it, but let's just watch this play through. A is still, they're still pumping, aren't they? Like at 5-6 watts per kilo. There's a few red numbers there. Did I just see Nazaki there?
Nazaki too. Are they all here?
Gosh.
I'm a fan club, Nathan.
Wow.
They are hitting power-ups. Look at those watts.
This is just epic now.
Cat D have 100 meters to go. Do you think we're going to...
I think they've got this one. I think D have got it. But now the question is going to be: Can A catch B and C before the finish?
This is going to be interesting. Ah.
All right, so we've lost the feed
exhausted. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Whew.
Okay, so just waiting to see how we're going, but certainly the speed on which some of those races were going at was really sick. That was just they weren't letting up at all.
No, orange numbers towards the end. That was epic. How good was that? The camera angles and like seeing them catch and.
That was that was fantastic. But as we said, I think the whole idea of it is that the groups come together towards the end there, and it really becomes a knockdown, drag out fight to see who can hold on before the finish line. But in this case, when B caught C, that group doubles in size. The draft effect just increases for everyone. The riders that are having a hard time hanging on get a bit more of a reprieve there. But and the speed of the group just sort of increases a little bit. So it is difficult to beat that. Just getting some news through that Jake Cole from Rhinos took that out in DCAT.
I'm wondering if he's any relation to Ryan Cole, who was
saying that his brother won. Yes, I think might be related.
Oh, did he say that? Right. Okay, I wasn't reading the comments. Sorry, I was too busy watching the Oh, look at that! Look at that logo, Cat D.
Got the
so pleased
Cat D taking it out.
Yeah,
and it's a
no
tough.
easy feat.
It's tough. And like you think, okay, they've got a bit of a head start on everyone, but it tends to be a smaller group. The riders don't tend to be as experienced. And as you say, if you've got riders that are coming back from injury, they're working back through to get back into the higher cats. Maybe the power isn't quite there, and it's a difficult thing. It's no easy task.
Especially keeping everyone together up the times. You've got somebody who might be nearly Cat C, and then somebody who's low Cat D, and low Cat D there isn't a bottom to Cat D. So
no.
Yeah, look at that Cat D.
You're right.
Look at that.
Awesome there can be a bit of a spread there between the high end Cat Ds. Who might be, as you say, low end Cat Cs, and then you got the people that are maybe this is their first race. They're just starting out. They're checking this out. They're probably not even sure what was meant to be happening in here, and just trying their best. So good to see some new faces to this racing landscape.
Yes, so good. That was epic racing for a Sunday night. Loads of people in the chat.
They're all really busy with racing.
Godder says Discord sounds like death. That's what it should sound like. That's what it absolutely should sound like. Everybody giving it their all and
just heavy breathing.
Just heavy breathing. Yeah. Oh, Ryan's twin brother. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Twins
on the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Nice.
Well, Ryan, make sure that you extend our congratulations. That was, it's not often, to be fair, it's not often that you see the D grades winning these handicap races. It does tend to be more often than not, from what I've seen, the Bs and the Cs that take this out.
Yeah.
Just while we're talking, I'm jumping in to look at some stats there from ZWIFT Power.
Yes, and if you haven't subscribed already to ZWIFT Esports Studios, go find them on YouTube, click the subscribe button, and watch the show.
Hit the notifications as well, so you'll get alerted to upcoming events. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, so you'll get alerted to upcoming events there, and you'll stay across the other things that we're following. Also, drop a comment there in the stream, the video. We really do appreciate it, and it helps to with the algorithms and that kind of thing too. So looking at, I'm just getting some data up here.
Data. You mean data?
Here we go.
Yeah. Do you have the Paul Southworth? Yeah. Do you have the champions, my friends? You should make a song with that line in it. I think it'd be a hit.
So it looks like, I'm just looking in the list here, Holly. It was only 22 seconds it ended up being between Jake winning this and Stuart, who we were watching just monster the front of the B group guys. So only 22 seconds there. it would have been, if there would have been maybe another K or two in this race, I think that outcome would have been different.
Yeah, loved it. And Gordon's just saying, see you on Wednesday for Rhino Frenemies. If you're not aware of... yeah, I gotta be honest. I know it exists. I'm really sorry, Gordon. You're gonna have to type in the chat what it is. But I'm sure it will be on their Discord. So if you go to the next week's chase race, which will be Sunday 7:30 p.m, underneath the description there will be a link to their Discord server, and all the info will be on there.
Yep.
And you can join
it's also,
their voice as well.
Yeah, it's also super handy too. So if you do have any questions, you aren't too sure what you should be doing in these races, jump on there, and the guys there will be more than happy to answer any questions that people have. So, which is pretty fantastic. It really does. It's a great community. I love it. It's if you got any issues, or you're not too sure, or you want to talk some strategy, jump in the Discord servers or even the Facebook groups, and pop your question in there. And there's going to be someone in there that's got the exact answer you're looking for.
Yeah, everyone.
It really
it's what's good about the
helpful.
Yeah, it's what's good about the Zwift community. You can ask anybody anything. Well, not anything.
Most things.
You can ask anybody anything. They may not answer, but.
Just looking at Jake there, Jake Cole. So he was averaging 2.5 watts per kilo on that front of that, with Michael behind him and Christoph as well. So 2.5, 2.4, 2.4 watts per kilo. Just scooting down to B though, but Drew Stewart was averaging 4.4 watts per kilo.
Wow, that's some.
In B,
watts, isn't it?
That's some serious numbers.
Yeah, he was doing some pulling there. Good job.
Yep. Yeah, he knew that it had to be done, and he was on the front there, so that was very good. But Peter Kilby there as well. I want to say Kasia. And then Stefan Vibak, Scott Yarosh, and Thomas Hutchins there too in B. And looking at the first C grader, which was Michael Norlander. So he was averaging 3.1.
Nice job. Yeah, he's Team NL as well.
Yeah,
he's strong. I'm pretty sure I've raced him before. I'm pretty sure he's beaten me as well.
Well, at 3.1 watts per kilo, he wasn't mucking around either. So at 263 watts... he was certainly putting in some serious effort on the front.
Yeah. I'm just reading the comments, actually. Tony M.
Oh.
Kudos to whoever figured out all these angles and shots. Great commentary. I'm a ZMS fan. Yeah, I'd love to take credit, but that is Damon, who's behind the scenes figuring out all these angles and stuff. I don't know how he does it. Yeah, the production studio.
It's all magic.
Yeah, it just waves a magic wand. And so if you haven't already subscribed... go and subscribe, like I've said.
Yeah. Put those same comments into the video. He's going to love to read them. And special shout out to Steph as well. So Steph is one of the guys in our Discord server. He was in C today, and finished a bit down the line. He actually beat me in the stage 2, the Pinarello powered park perimeter loop. Try and say that fast 3 times. A few hours ago. So he pit me just on the line and took that one out. So well done, Steph. Good result.
Was that the one where you were doing the race with 1 gear?
1 gear for the entire race.
Yeah, was that race that he beat you on?
Yeah, by maybe 1/3 of a second.
Not that you've looked or anything. Yeah.
No, I didn't analyze it within an inch of its life.
Yeah, for those of you who are interested to see what that is, you go and search up In the Drops podcast on YouTube, and it's great fun. Yeah. Every week they have a challenge, and Nathan had to do it this week, so.
That was right. Now, I did find out very quickly on that. We kind of got that challenge a bit wrong. I was talking to Lee Cassidy, who was the guy that suggested this, racing in 1 gear only. He did qualify that there was a second part to that challenge, and I needed to have my trainer difficulty set to 100%. Now, I didn't see that part, and I didn't have my trainer difficulty set. That would have made what actually turned out to be a pretty good race much, much harder. But raced the whole race in 29:55, just in gear 16.
Yeah. What percentage did you have your trainer difficulty at?
I think it's about 30%. So it was pretty good. But you still, there's some punches in there. There's some punches. So you got to pick the right gear. I think I could have done with one more gear in the sprint. That might have got me across the line. But still happy with third. I'll take third.
You'll take third. Second loser then. Well done.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah. I won my race
ringing
yesterday.
in my ears. Oh, did you? Which race was this?
Oh, the Iceni race. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you did too.
Yeah. Won it. Yeah.
Yep. Just jumped in there, have a bit of a tootle around.
I did. Yeah. It was blooming hard, I tell you. Yeah. Those ladies were not mucking around. Ooh.
You made it look easy though, that's for sure.
It was not easy. I got a 30-second PB, so that's how much they pushed me. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Kudos to those. Yeah, it was not easy. So kudos to those ladies who raced Iceni. And if you listen to this and you are female, go race the Iceni race, because that was. Don't think I'm going to do it this weekend though, which will be music to some people's ears, I'm sure.
You're gonna give them some chances, are you? But if you're interested in the Iceni race series, we covered it here on ZMS Esports Studio. You can go back, have a look at the video from race 1 and race 2. Emma Martin was the commentator in both of those races. She does a fantastic job. So go and have a listen on that. It really was fun to watch those.
Yeah.
So you're going to give race 3 a mix?
I think so.
She is. She's really good.
Yeah. Because it's a bit of a climb, and I can't race everything. I keep being told, Holly, you race everything. Like you can't do everything. So
give someone else.
Yeah. So it was fun though. It was really fun, the Iceni race. So yeah, I recommend it if you want to get some PBs. I wasn't the only one who got PBs in that race as well. So.
There's Jessica Hamilton as well. I think she did pretty good.
Yeah, she did. Yes, she closed the gap as well. After a sprint, it was about an 7-8 second gap. She closed that like a machine. She was. I might have been yelling at her maybe on Discord. I was like, "Come on!" Yeah.
Now, I'm not the only podcaster here. You've got your podcast as well, so you can find that on YouTube. It's the Watopian Weekly. So if you're looking for some other podcasts to listen to, go and search that up on YouTube and on Spotify as well. And it's a fantastic one to listen to. Holly and Dustin do a great job with that. So a good one to add to the playlist.
People will want to. They'll be unsubscribing from Netflix soon because there'll be far too much Zwifting and.
There's just too much to cover, isn't there?
Yeah, it's great though. I really love that chase race. Like the timings of it. I don't know who works out the timings of when the categories leave, but that was incredible timing.
I think they had that pretty much spot on. As I said, if that race had another maybe kilometre, I think the result would have been different. Stuart there was on a mission to catch D, and if he had a bit more distance, a bit more space, I think he would have gotten them.
I think so too. I wonder if they do different routes every week. I think they probably do, don't they? Yeah,
I think they do. And I think if you jump onto the Rhino face group as well, Rhino Racing, they'll have the notifications of the coming events for the Chase Racing series. So you'll be able to know for next week what the route is and whether you want to give this a shot. But certainly, it's a tough one though. There's no question about that. And every handicap race I've been in, there's not a lot of room for freeloading.
No, there's not. I can just see Jake in the chats. What a race, great stream. Different routes, yeah. Gordon's saying different routes. Yeah. Great job, Jake. He must have just, I don't know, done his cooldown, collapsed off the bike. Don't quite know what. I mean, what do you do? What do you do after the handlebars? Race? Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I am almost immediately unclip, and I just hang over the handlebars, waiting for my heart rate to come down and make sure I'm not going to pass out.
Yeah, that's usually
just looking through Jake Cole's recent results, and he has actually been doing a great effort. took out the Rhino Crash we just watched. He came third in stage 2, the Pinarello powered. He's also racing in the ZRL too. So he came second with his TTT team there.
Nice. As did you, and as did me. Is second just the place to be in ZRL TTT?
Is that because you didn't win?
Yeah, first losers.
Tell me, was there a race that you actually came second in?
Yeah, there's some races I don't win. Some races are very humbling, and I do not come anywhere near the front group. Love it though, still. Yeah.
No, that's no. You did really well in that race, which we won't talk about just now. But certainly in the TTT for the ZRL series that's just started, yeah, you guys really stomped that. That was, you were saying, a 33-minute TT.
Think so. Yeah, come to ZWIFT Power, which means we beat your team, right? Which that's what it's all about.
But we also came second too. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, you came second, but with a slower time, so you know.
Slightly
who's the real
time.
winners here?
Zwifting's the real winner. I think that's all we can say.
Yeah. The cake shop is where we all go buy cake because, yeah, we could be sponsored by a cake company, couldn't we?
Okay, could be good. And if there's a wine company out there that wants to slide us a case, that would be gladly accepted.
Yep, happy to. Yeah.
Powered on cake, wine, Yorkshire tea.
That's it. Yeah. What more do you need? This is how you race fast. You drink wine. It numbs the pain.
And makes you forget how much painful it was. It makes you forget how painful it was, so you sign up again next week.
That's it. Yes. So who wouldn't want to do that on a Sunday evening? What else would you be doing? Where would you be?
Yeah.
Do you know, when I was a kid, we used to watch Heartbeat, right?
Okay.
Heartbeat is you need to Google it if you don't know what that is. And
is it a Yorkshire show?
It is a Yorkshire. Of course, it's a Yorkshire show. Like, come on. Anyway, Sunday night, Heartbeat, and then it was like bedtime after Heartbeat when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. So that was the cut-off mark, was it? You can watch Heartbeat, but then you got to go to bed.
Yeah. Well,
and now it's like you can have one more race, Holly, but then you got to go to bed.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I can't sleep after racing late at night though. I'm just like wired and.
Yeah.
It's all the
racing,
caffeine gels.
All the caffeine gels. Do you take caffeine gels in your races?
Of course I do. Is that not what you do?
Okay.
That is what I do. Follow me for more top tips. Caffeine gels. That's a real top
I do
tip,
take.
though.
I take. Do you find it helps though? Like, does it kick in soon enough that it's a benefit?
Yes, because I don't drink coffee. Like, I don't actually drink any hot drinks, but don't tell everybody that. Maybe the odd hot
not
chocolate.
even Yorkshire tea.
Well, I don't often drink Yorkshire tea. Oh God, what have I done?
Is that because it tastes like rubbish?
It does not taste like rubbish. I just don't drink hot drinks because at work you can't really drink hot drinks because apparently it's
okay.
You know, it's a school, so you don't want to.
Yeah.
It's and I know that Damon doesn't drink hot drinks at all either. So anyway, caffeine gels, it's like it's like a boost, and it gives you some extra watts, and I think it does anyways. If you take 2, then you're off like a rocket. I might have had like 4. If you have like 4, then like, poof, yeah. Yeah.
Not going to sleep for another day.
A week, yeah. What do you have during a race then?
Sorry, a bit of a croaky throat here. I don't have anything actually. I was just going to say I have a pre-workout drink that I have about 30 minutes before the race. I mean, it all depends on the distance, but if it's your standard sort of hour-long thing, like 30 to 40 Ks, nothing. Just get on there and raw dog it.
Imagine how much faster you'd be if you had a gel.
I think it'd be unfair to all the other races, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I want to keep it interesting by coming third all the time.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm doing when I'm not winning the races. Really, I'm just giving everyone else a chance because I can't win them all. So
Because then what would you talk about?
Well, yeah, like, oh, I've won again. Like, nah, come
Yeah.
on, you got to get
Yawn.
somebody else to win.
Let's move on. But when it's second, you won't shut up about it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But, all very good. All right, it is 5:37 a.m. here. I think, that was for the first chase race that I've seen covered that way. Congratulations to Damon at ZMS Esports Studio. That was fantastic. It's going to be awesome to see this develop and unfold as we do more of these. So it is going to be one to watch. If you haven't already, as Holly said, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, do so. Do yourself a favor, and you'll get notified of other races coming along. But shout out to Brian White. I saw Brian there. Gordon, Philip, Ryan, and his brother Jake, who won that race. So the squirrel. God, who was that? That was
David.
Is it David?
I think.
Yeah, he was one to watch. But,
he's strong.
Tony there as well. So thank you to everyone that joined into the chat. Andre, I think we had Bren there as well. So Niall, with some pertinent information as it came through, which is great. All right.
Yeah, great to see so many comments. I'm just reading up, and it's very hard to keep It's very hard to keep an eye on the chat sometimes when I'm trying to watch the race and do all the things. Multitasking,
All those plates in the air.
That's it, yeah, not letting them all smash. But it's great. Look at that. Niall Batty, Ryan, Andre, Bren, Philip Badger. Oh, I think he's from, he's a Yorkshirean. Barnsley, South Yorkshire.
Didn't we agree to call you guys Yorkies? Wasn't that
we did,
collective term? Yorkies,
yeah.
there we go. I do like Yorkies.
I'm getting called a sandbagger, probably, yeah. That's fine. You could call Zwifties, put me in KC. That's how it rolls.
Yeah. You can't change it, can you?
No. Quite happy to race up.
But if you're in C, then race C. I wouldn't be going to B voluntarily.
Yeah.
Or A for that matter. I've seen what those guys do, and it's not pretty.
No, it's horrible. It's brutal. Yeah, trust your legs.
Yeah, if you want to see what the A grade riders are like, come along and watch the Tiny Race series. We've covered a few of those for the last few weeks, and we cover the top category, which is 650 to 1,000. So that top end, and those guys are absolutely guns. They monster that race like I've never seen.
Yeah, well, some of them are in this chase race, so that's pretty cool.
Yes.
How have we got 20 people watching now? With the race is over, guys. It's done. That's kind of cool. It's going up now, 21. What?
Well, they're all winding down. I need something to listen to.
I need more. Yeah, they've gone for their showers and they've come back and they're like, "Oh my god, Holly and Nathan are still talking." That's funny.
Okay, but I think we'll wrap this one up though. Holly, thank you very much. That was awesome. Your knowledge and experience there was fantastic to listen to. And Damon at ZMS Esports Studio, thanks again for putting on an awesome broadcast. That was just excellent. I can't wait to watch the next one.
Yeah, same. Thanks, folks, for listening and racing.
Yep. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. And we'll catch you all in the next race.
Bye.